So you're applying for the job as commissioner and you're confident you'll get it?
I am confident that if they need for the problem of crime now to be cut down and to be dealt with in an effective and efficient way, then I think they should look in my direction for appointment.
Jamaica's most colorful and fearless crime fighter ever, retired Senior Superintendent Reneto Adams, has thrown out a challenge to the Andrew Holness-led administration in respect of the now out-of-control crime problem nationally. In an interview on Saturday, January 27, 2018, following news of the pending departure of Commissioner George Quayle within days, Adams declared that it hurts him deeply to see the crime situation spiraling out of control.
You don't think your hands will be tied in that? In public, homing in on the politicians?
No, not at all. I have a strength of character that is beyond reproach.
He said he feels so passionate about the issue that he would be prepared to take on the job as commissioner even for a period of 6 months, as that is all the time he would need to fix the problem.
Is the possibility that you can find an extra 1,000 policemen and women in this force to place on the street. Prevention, detection, the presence of the police. Round the clock operations.
You tried to do that recently by ramping up...
Too late.
Too late for
it. It was too late. And what I observed, the policemen were only fooling around people's documents, cars. Yet in the gullies, the criminals were there organizing to kill people tonight. No, what I do, I send my policemen I will send my policemen in the trenches, in the gullies, in all these garrison areas, and uptown areas where the criminals are hiding and organizing, and you deal with them.
And the offer is even more piercing, as Adams declared that he would take up the post even for free in the national interest. 6 months is all I want to bring out significant changes in the country in regards to addressing the spiraling crime problem that has left citizens and other persons in the society in fear, said Adams.
I was told 3 days before that St. James, that location, would have been where the first, what you call it, would have been launched. And I wasn't told by an official. It was ordinary persons. So based on that presumption, and based on that experience, other criminal elements already would have been told, and they would have gone, they would have left with their guns. Those who were wanted would have left long ago.
If I am given an opportunity, I don't even think I would even work for pay. I just have a passion to make sure that decent, law-abiding citizens can go about their business in peace, with the exclusion of any criminal interference, Adams said. He said that the Jamaica Constabulary Force is presently without a leader who can motivate its members, command the respect of the wider Jamaica, and drive fear into the criminal networks. Interestingly, Adams previously described Commissioner Quayle as a good gentleman whose personality, he said, was however more suited for a senior position in the church.
But you realistically don't expect to be appointed, do you? I mean, given the perception of you, the stigma that is attached to you in many of the parts of the public, that you are somebody who just, you know, when you were in the force, when you weren't on the road to conduct your operations, you were very trigger happy. That's a perception.
No, not at all.
That's a perception out there.
Yes, that's a perception.
The no-nonsense crime fighter said right now, if a survey is carried out across the island among citizens, both in the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party, even within the church, the result would be a foregone conclusion in acknowledging the extent of public desire for him to be tackling the crime monster that is now in the room.
I challenge you to ask the Jamaican people now to vote for a commissioner, and I guarantee you that I would win by 95% of the votes.
Adams said right now the overwhelming numbers of good Jamaican citizens of the country are living in fear, and it should not be so, but the other way around with criminals on the run. He also had a direct message for criminals who are wreaking havoc across the island. Let me make it clear right now, we do not have any bad man again. What we have are some wicked little boys who we can deal with. In my days, what we had were bad men, but they had to comply, and in the event there were confrontations with the police, they were sent to another destination, which I won't mention, said Adams.
Because, as I told you then, the police force takes a particular person to manage it. A person who has the intimate knowledge of how this organization is governed.
His call for the top crime fighting job comes amid reports that Commissioner Quayle is set to demit office within days. Indications are that Quayle will be stepping down in the first week of February. Adams, now 68 years old, retired from the JCF in June 2008 after spending close to 41 years in the organization.
The Services Commission has always been doing that. They have been appointing a ceremonial commissioner, a commissioner who sits in office and warms his chair, a commissioner who pushes paper around. What this force now needs, and what this country now needs, is an operational commissioner.
Among his more noted roles in the JCF was as head of the paramilitary-style crime management unit, CMU, which specialized in heavy-handed policing that clearly drove fear into the minds of criminals across the country. Consequently, the mere presence of members of his unit in hotspots would quickly and significantly reduce serious criminal activities. Seen as a hero in some communities and among most Jamaicans, judging by polling results over the years, he was also identified in some circles as being highly controversial.
You fight crime with these officers? With these corrupt police?
Yes, and in the meantime, you weed them out, you clean them out. You cannot separate the members, and especially before they are convicted. So you use them, you motivate them, you train them, you give them opportunity to change their ways. Those who didn't change, then you send them to prison or have them kicked out.
For example, he was associated with bloody, violent incidents such as the shootout between police and gunmen that left 27 people dead in West Kingston in July 2001, the killing of 7 young men at a house in Brayton, St. Catherine 4 months before, and the deaths of 4 people in a house at Crawle District, Clarendon 2 years later. In all cases, Adams insisted that his life and those of the men and women under his command came in danger, and the law enforcers were forced to defend themselves. He and his team members were cleared of all allegations of criminal responsibility in each instance. This video was made possible through the continued generosity of my patrons. To become a patron, follow the link in the description below.
So you're going to apply and
I'm going to apply.
And you expect to?
And I'm expecting to be selected.
What would you bring to the
What I would bring to the force, I would unite the force, all the elements of the force. 2, I would be the first commissioner of police, at last, to be an operational police commissioner, who would and will go out there and start a massive operational campaign throughout this country, making sure that criminal elements were kept at bay, to the extent and the objective would be to make sure the Prime Minister, who is having a headache now with crime, goes to his bed sleeping happily.
Thank you for watching the video. Drop a like and a comment down below, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so as yet. Until next time, walk good.